Welcome to DNA Birding Adventures. This is our fifth and final video of the Brownsville, South Texas area. We did visit our last World Birding Center at Resaca De La Palma. It was a rainy day when we started out from our motel. We decided we'd sleep in a little bit and we went to the Black Bear Diner for breakfast. It was delicious. And then north to Los Fresnos Nature Park, and then to Palo Alto Battlefield National Historic Park, and then spent the afternoon at Resaca De La Palma. Then we were hungry, so we went down to this amazing restaurant right on the waterway called Cobbleheads Bar and Grill, and it was right on Central Avenue, and then to the university through Brownsville. And despite the rain, we still ended up getting 31 birds and 1 live bird, adding to our totals. And here we go. There are bears everywhere. What's this called? The Black Bear Diner. It has bears everywhere. I think we're the only ones here. And we got coffee. It's really rainy today, so we're gonna take our time getting going this morning. Sit down for breakfast. Yum. Looks amazing. Eggs Benedict with bacon, and look at that. What do you have there, Dave? Chicken fried steak and eggs and potatoes. Yum. It finally stopped raining. We were just driving around and stopped by this Los Fresnos Nature Park. There were lots of runners around and birds, and yes, we did spot a lot of those plants. We're in Los Fresnos Nature Trail, and it's just right in the middle of the city. There's water on the other side of there and lots of greenery. It's a rainy, cold day, but birds are starting to come out. Fly garden, lots of little flowers in here. Over there. There's a red-winged blackbird in there, northern cardinal, squirrel. And there's bird feeders and water in this blind. Cold, rainy, but beautiful. Another blind. People watch the birds. There go some mourning doves. Mourning doves. Something's gotten into the feeder. That was a great stop. Our next stop is the Palo Alto National Historic Park, and surprisingly we found some birds. There was so much wind we didn't think we'd see any. The battlefield where the Americans and the Mexicans fought over land is mapped out here on the floor at the entrance, along with lots of other information, and that's a real cannon. Middle 1800s, there was a border war between Mexico and the United States. We're going to the start of the war, Palo Alto battlefield. Check it out. Here's the trail. Some cannons. So here's the Mexican side where they shot cannons to that side over there. the American side. And this is like the old Rio Grande where the water used to be. Parking lot. This Resaca De La Palma is another world birding center, and we took the tram around. We usually hike everything, but it was kind of nice getting a lot of information. Thanks to Ashley for enlightening us, and also look at all the birds that we found, including one life bird. A visitor center for Resaca De Palma, and then there's Dave and here's the blind. They've got birdseed out. There's a little bit of water, but all the Resacas are dry because it's still kind of in a drought, even though we had rain last night. There's a green jay over at the feeder, Inca doves, white-tipped doves. You can hear red-winged blackbirds. There goes one, just flew by. And a green jay. This is just a quick trail, ebony trail at Resaca De La Palma. It's goes over to a dry Resaca. It used to have water. You can hear the plain chocolate. There's one right there. Right up there. Oh, they're jumping up on the tree. Oh gosh. Boom chakalaka. Right over there. It's hard to see. They are the same color as the trees. Sun's coming out. There's the Resaca. You can kind of see it's a dried up riverbed. It's like an oxbow where the river flowed through. Yep, the leaves feel like a cat's tongue. There's no flowers on this one. Oh, we made it. It's like a little overlook. Some people down there. And a chihuahua. Oh, little walkway. Just goes to the end here. We'll head back and we're going to catch the tram. That'll be exciting. The hawks like to hang out looking for rodents up at the tree line. Oh wow, that goes on a long way. It is dry, very dry. Shows how the river delta has changed. We headed back to catch the tram, and we're excited to have a tour and learn about all the places that we'd seen the last 5 days. And thanks to Ashley for all the information and for the great tour.
Take the tram out and then get out and walk the trails a bit. You can usually see some pretty cool stuff. So this land was purchased by the state in 1977. And from then until 2008, it was a wildlife management area as the state worked to repopulate the land with native plant species. In 2008, we opened to the public as the state's youngest state park. All of this grass that you see here is invasive guinea grass that was brought in by the ranchers in an effort to feed their cattle. Unfortunately, the cattle lacked an enzyme that they needed to process it, and so it just caused problems for the cattle. 40 to 60% of it is here in this part. As you can see, it's nice and dark in there. It never gets brighter than that because the ebony trees do a good job of blocking out the light, and no grass. So it's my hope that as the rest of the ebony trees in the rest of the park grow up, they block out the light and kill off the grass for us. It might take them another 100 years, but maybe my grandkids will be able to see it one day. Ebony trees are legumes, and like all legumes, they have a lot of nitrogen-fixing bacteria in their roots, which makes the soil very rich and nutritious for any plant that can withstand the low light levels. One plant that likes those low light levels is this wagon or soap tree. It's this really dark green, looks almost like a fir tree. Under there. Yep. You'll always find them underneath other trees. They don't like to be out in the open. They like the shade cover. They're called a soap tree because people used to use soap. Yeah, they used to use the roots to make soap, and they get a bright fruit on it. It's yellow and red. There was one on there, but I don't see it now. It's little, but you don't want to eat it because the whole tree is pretty toxic. However, the indigenous people did used to know how to use the tree in their medicine. Number 5.
I thought it smelled good. What are they called?
Resaca.
Resaca.
It's spelled Huisache.
Look like little yellow pom-pom balls.
Yes. And from a distance, it makes the tree almost look brown, I think.
Thanks, Ashley, for giving us permission to use all your wealth of information. This sign claims that birding is the #1 sport in the United States, with 51 million people as bird watchers. And it sure makes you hungry. We headed south on Central Avenue over to this amazing restaurant and found birds, surprisingly. They found a muscovy, wild muscovy, right across the river from our restaurant. Steak here for Dave. It looks delicious. Looks like a happy face. And some shrimp tacos. Can't wait to dig in. This used to be an old piano bar, no pun intended. It was on the floor, and it had memorabilia from the past. We had to drive through downtown Brownsville while we were here, and then we wanted to check out the university. We're getting into downtown Brownsville. There's the entrance into Mexico. International Street or Boulevard. The University of Brownsville, Rio Grande Valley, is right near downtown, and it was a beautiful campus with lots of birds. We're going to have to return to the South Texas area. We did get a great total in 5 days, 133 birds and 31 live birds. Even on our drive up to the airport, we saw lots of different birds and animals. And Cerritos, Texas is a great rest stop for birds. Okay, this is landing in Denver, and these are some of the favorite photos that we took, mainly Dave, of the birds in South Texas, Rio Grande area. Until next time, we're excited to come back and explore a few more places, and probably for longer than 5 days. Thank you so much for tagging along with us in our adventures in South Texas. Happy trails to you. Until next time.